Dusty, this is, again, another region matchup, just like we had in our first semi. First versus last. Wasatch won both these meetings in the regular season, but you're right. I mean, as we saw on social media and as we've seen around Springville, just get them in the state tournament, and they'll take care of the rest. They've done it as they're back in a semifinal, and there's something pretty remarkable. That's where we're going to leave it because we can't give away too much information. We'll get to that as the game continues.
And what they forgot to do is say courtesy of Vince Francis. I mean, that's the only mistake they made in that whole thing.
It's true. I
mean, Vince did put out the post.
In fairness, he didn't patent it or trademark it, though. So,
start first with Springville, and off the tip, getting to the rim is Brent Johnson.
We were talking about in the earlier game, Dusty, what's the magic number? I'm excited to see these two defenses go to battle because I think this is going to be a defensive lockdown, really not a lot of opportunities kind of a game. Every possession going to be so important.
As that ball is off the mark, trying to feed that inside, and there'll be a turnover, and the ball will go back to Springville.
How about a little pressure here for Wasatch?
And Wasatch going to, we saw this against West. This is they have bigs. I mean, Garner is the leading scorer. Her younger sister actually played very well on Saturday as well.
Banky played well. She shot the ball really well. Spirited is a youngster, but she gets good minutes. She's another one of those posts.
And good hands up top there by Miller. Not that one back, and also keep your eye on, by losing names here, as that ball is kicked around. And the steal. That ball picked up by Spiriton.
I think that was Sweat, 33.
Fili Liava'a. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, I missed that one. But it's Fili Liava'a who has the ball now.
Yep.
On the drive, and she is fouled. Hey, talk about her. Get her on the line. So Fili to the free throw line. The sophomore guard. The foul to Delamas. And the free throw good for Liava'a.
Neither of these regular season games were all that competitive. A 52-30 win for Wasatch the first go-round and 64-43 the second.
When you see why, I mean, how Garner is a very mobile big.
Yeah. It was the thing that, when we talked about, as we were talking about this game, it was, if you had one post like Garner, that'd be one thing.
Yeah. When
you've got multiple, backcourt violation.
Do you agree with it?
This is actually a tough situation. It's earlier than that. It's when she catches it. I think she catches that ball and comes into the backcourt, but I don't recall that being a problem. But I might have missed it.
I obviously missed. I hit the wrong distance. We need to go back. We go between games. I get caught up on some other stuff. So apologize for a little bit of a delay getting settled in on this game. As they send this out to Hallie Hall. Hallie back up top to Bella Esplin. And now baseline runner. The floater is short. The rebound taken by Wasatch. And down the floor with the Wasps. Outside with Kate Miller. Come back. It's Fili Liava'a missing on that one. Garner tracks down the loose ball.
Wow, that's a great job by Garner.
And the three is good. A second chance opportunity leads to the Kate Miller three.
You talk about an athletic post. She's on the same side as that shot when it initially goes up. She's able to get all the way across to keep that alive.
How about Peyton Banky? Got the steal, got the layup.
Yeah, defense into offense for Banky. Just 2+ steals per game. It's a tough spot to catch it. That's really what led to that last steal, too. They got termination right near the midcourt line.
And that ball's out of bounds. We get a chance to look at that last steal and finish.
That's going to be a lose-lose situation because you've got really 3 defenders there. You've got the 2 that are taking away both angles, and you've got the half-court line. There's really nowhere to go there. And we're seeing Wasatch bringing that pressure up to that line, and Springville's going to have to figure out a way of how to deal with that more effectively as this game goes on, because you're going to see that probably another half dozen times at least.
Foul on the drive. I say they're on the reach. As our officials for this game, Maria Elkington Fowler, Thomas McKay, and Ian Hess. As they inbound into Peyton Banky. And Peyton double dribble. See, we catch that one on the replay. Yeah. In unison next time. As again, that pressure from Wasatch paying dividends. There's a steal to Garner, and it'll reset the offense. And you're seeing, you talk about those first 2 games were not overly competitive, and you're seeing the defense may have been the reason for it.
Yeah. Yeah, already several steals for this Wasatch team.
Oh, the shot on the backside off the mark from Anna Greenwell. She hit a bunch of big threes against West. In a game which West came in scoring a bunch of points, and they just really locked them up. As nice move, and Delamas blocked away. That's the younger Garner,
yeah.
Danielle Garner.
She's top 50 as well. I'm trying to remember.
It's very possible. We had the lock coming in and out.
Yeah, I can't remember. That's a great block by Garner. But again, we talk about the depth they have in the post. We joked in the quarter, all those families from Plain City moving up to Heber.
That's what we had Lisa Dale about on the broadcast. I'm like, hey, Lisa, what's happening?
Why can't you keep these players home? I'm just kidding. None of them have. But
no, I'll leave a can of worms unemptied, but there's a chance it'll come out. 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 on the way, short. And the rebound to Springville. As Sammy Hollinger sent that back up, but it's a steal by Miller. Miller gets around and goes to the rim. No, tipped around on the rebound. Back up and in by Greenwell.
Yeah, good support there by Greenwell. Out on the run, you see that whole Wasatch team running with. They're not just going to leave one player. Good support there.
Hallie Hollison's out to Hollinger. It was Hollinger hit that crazy shot against Woods Cross. I do this every year. As Delamas moves in to Garner and gets the foul call. But it wasn't it Hollinger that hit that crazy shot against Woods Cross?
So. Yeah.
And the boys?
Was it Sam
Hollinger? It sounds right. Sam Hollinger on that. It wasn't even, was it the year? Yeah, it was the year of the championship run, that first one for Coach Snell.
Yeah.
The Woods Cross team with Trevin Nell and crew.
I mean, we had a coach ask us the game, and that was your response. Was that
Olympus?
Oh, it was Olympus.
It was the Olympus Springville championship
right.
game.
That's right.
Yeah, Rob Ross asked us that.
Yeah.
And you think it'd be one of the earlier ones because we had some. We didn't get a call. Riverton Bingham. That was MC got that one. Brett Somerville at the horn. Probably one of the more memorable ones for me was Alta versus Davis that same tournament.
Yeah, mine was American Fork Davis, that triple OT.
That's right.
That
American
whole
Fork
AF
Davis.
team fouled out.
On that, yeah. Everybody was gone. Oh, nice handle. That's Hollinger with the jump ball. The whole team was gone except for Cuff.
Yeah.
Tanner Cuff was the last man standing.
It was literally the freshman squad and Cuff.
We wonder if they were going to get down to 4 players on the floor. Kept making the Hoosier joke. My team's on the floor.
Asking if Ryan had any more eligibility.
Collegiately, maybe. Yeah, but he, as that shot didn't go, loose ball picked up by Hollinger. Hattie Templeman. Or to Hallie Hall. Girls, I mean, oh, nice move inside, and a foul is going to put Brent Johnson at the line. If I had to pick a girls game Probably a little recency bias because I love buzzer beaters for championships. It would be Springville versus Farmington, Lauren Deedy in 2021.
I was going to say that Fremont Lone Peak championship game.
Yeah, that was a great one too.
At BYU.
Ika. Yeah, that's true too. That was an overtime off the window.
Yeah.
That's one of those two.
You do this long enough, there's not just one, right?
It was definitely Emory versus Canyon View in 2006.
The first. This game's almost outscored that one.
I think our halftime score was 12-8 or something like that in that game. Let's go look up stats on that one. But you did that crazy Westlake Fremont game. Oh, coming down Templeman. And another jump ball. The possession arrow goes to the Red Devils. But you did that. It was the first one when Coach Connors got to the semifinals against Fremont. Emma Calvert was a sophomore.
Yeah, they had him.
It was like 4 overtimes or something like that.
Yeah.
We didn't get a call, the Orem versus American Fort Tanner Lamb 3/4 court heave. Oh, there's a steal. Garner with the rip. And then a foul going to be called.
Hey, we got someone who's going to grace our
now
presence. How about that,
he comes
huh?
up here.
All right.
I mean, if the wife will allow you, I mean, we got a headset for you. If Courtney Little Dyke wants to.
That's true.
And it works well this year. As the free throw no good here by Garner.
You know, you made the comment, Garner's an athletic post. She comes up with that steal in the backcourt. I mean, there are not a lot of teams that have that kind of athleticism that they throw out there.
I don't know if Courtney shows up like that to go call softball games, but man, he comes to the state tournament basketball. I mean, it is to the nines. As in the lane, that shot won't go. Natalie Florence. Natalie Florence misses that shot down the floor with Wasatch. Well, we'll help with the Nat sound mic right by Courtney Little Dyke. That way his officials don't hear him criticizing them. We'll turn down just a touch.
Of course, we never do that. It's a brotherhood, man.
Green, yeah. The Banky goes in the lane between
tough.
2 defenders and going to put her at the line to shoot 2. Coach Aver wanted a traveling violation.
There's
See if she
not
has
a
a
lot
case.
of room here on this drive for Banky. I think Delamas is just vertical there.
And the free throw no good for Peyton. Banky is a junior. And hits the second. So 6-point advantage now for Wasatch. Can Springville find some offense? And there's a steal once again by Garner. And the easy lay-in for her as well. And a timeout taken by Holly Averett. 1:04 left in the first quarter. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. It's a Utah Facial Plastics timeout. Again, we talk about it all the time. You look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. When we're in sports, but also in life. If you look good, and you'll feel good. And if you feel good, you'll play good. You'll treat your kids better. You'll do all kinds of things better. And Utah Facial Plastics certainly there to help you out. Cosmetic surgery is not just for the vain. It's also for those who just need to maybe get some things back in their life. If you're losing your hair restoration is an option at Utah Facial Plastics. Go to 801-960-3137. They can help you out. Don't wait till it's too late. And we go to Utah Facial Plastics if you're losing your hair. And as I talk about the time, this 30-second timeout, I always call it Botox, because Botox not just for the ladies. Guys, I mean, sometimes we get some creases in our foreheads. You don't like looking at them. I'm one of them. Go to Utah Facial Plastics. Get taken care of. Again, 801-960-3137. Ask for Dr. Doug Henstrom. And you can help my family out as well. Doug is an uncle. Is now on the run. Here comes Asplin. And to end. Can't get it to go. The rebound to Garner.
That's one where we talk about you better be ready to deal with this Wasatch pressure. They probably have 6 points right now that are just off of that pressure. That time they're able to break it with their speed, but say, once you get across, then slow up, get into your offense. They've been able to get decent enough looks when they've been able to get set up.
Leah Va'a had 2 looks at that one, couldn't get it to go. Who got on the run with Esplin? Here's Hollinger. Almost said Brooke Pennington, but that's not right. Drop that inside, and Delamas is fouled, much to the dismay of Mahala Spiridon.
This is what I mean, right? That's good recognition. Go inside. That's a lot of basketball. Don't know if there was contact there with the body. The official right there had a good view of it.
A free throw good for Sammy Delamas.
You talk about maintaining verticality, your space as a defender. You're coming into, even though you might get all ball, there's contact there because you're breaking that verticality. It's a foul.
So 12-6 with 20 seconds left in the opening quarter. Esplin, they're on the defense as Greenwell sends that over to Garner. 10 seconds. Goes back door. Peyton Banky, nice job. Moved out of the basketball as she gets the bucket. And it's an 8-point lead, and they won't get a shot off at the horn. And at the end of one, it is Wasatch 14, Springville 6. The winner moves on to the 5A championship game to take on Bountiful. We'll be back with the second quarter after this.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Dairy products to fuel your athletes. Learn more at unbottled.com.
Welcome back in the Huntsman Center. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. So glad to have you along with us. Let's go to our trivia question brought to you by Handel's Ice Cream.
This is a fun one. Since the playoff was expanded in 2020, 4 teams have been seeded 18 or lower in the 5A girls playoffs, have made it to the semifinals. Amongst those 4 teams, what's the fewest wins a team has had coming into that semi?
The fewest wins a team has had. What is the number?
What's the fewest wins? Yeah.
I think I got the team.
Okay.
It was last year. I think I have the team.
It's the question. So you've got the trivia. You see our handles there. Hit us up on social media, on Twitter, /X/Insta/ whatever your preference is. Give us your guesses. What was the number of wins, the fewest number of wins that one of those teams had coming into a semifinal?
Yeah, $10 gift card to Handel's Ice Cream as Miller's shot was off the mark. If you haven't had Handel's Ice Cream, I feel sorry for you. Courtney Lieblich hasn't had Handel's Ice Cream, so we're going to take care of that, Courtney. Don't worry. Well, Junction J doesn't go. Loose ball tracked down by Hattie Templeman. Bryn Johnson. Johnson got loose. Kisses off the window. No. And Garner goes over the top to get the rebound.
Well, that's a good look, though. You find a way to get an open look, 4-6 feet out, just a touch strong on the shot.
I'd like to see take one more dribble, and get the layup.
Yeah.
Peyton Banky goes into Johnson, doesn't get the call. I think rightfully so. And here comes Bella Esplin. Sure, Ellie's watching, though. I know her coach was watching last night. One of my favorite players ever. Oh, there's a block. Feely with a block. Feely Liava'a. Apologize for the... Oh. Well, our monitor's blocked for a moment. There's a bucket there to Delamas.
Thanks.
He does so much for us, so I'm not going to bad mouth. There's a Miller off on the 3. Rebound to Esplin. Bella tried to send it over and does get it into the hands of Templeman. And Templeman will hit.
There you go. Back-to-back buckets.
A little run here from the Red Devils, 14-10. Hey, here's a fun one. Ready for a fun question? You know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
Why are Springville Oh, yeah. Let me rephrase this. Why is the Springville Red Devils mascot the Red Devils?
I do know this.
The football players got it.
Yeah.
It's what I love about Springville. There's plenty of reasons to love Springville. By the way, Dane found out two big reasons why he loves Springville. It's at one place, but two things.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
It's
pretty good.
And it is not Pier 49. Let's
Well,
make sure
look,
that's
hold
understood.
on.
It is not Pier
The
49.
Ghirardelli at Pier 49 is not to be trifled with, okay? Like, that is legit. Now, that being said, I'm not going to lie, that was phenomenal.
2 Jack's Pizza.
That was phenomenal.
You get the lunch. You get the lunch special, the 2-topping pizza, and then you share the cheese bread.
You want to know how much we like it? That's a free promo.
Yeah.
They didn't pay us a dime to say that.
The people who used to be at 2 Jack's all the time when I worked in Springville at different places really close to there, they got to know me really well. Oh, man. Yeah.
That hit the spot.
Feeling like some 2 Jacks. There's Carter gives out way to go. But yeah, but why is the mascot at Springville Red Devils? I don't have anything to go away for that, but I know there's some Springville people who know that one. As Banky goes into Templeman. Oh, he gets in the goal. Peyton Banky goes Banky and 1.
We've mentioned it, at least 3 times in this first half. The pressure of Wasatch, you've got to be able to deal with it. They come out of the timeout, go right into it, and it's just money. It has been this entire half.
Mackenzie Richens will come on for Coach Audrey
Go
Hull.
back to our trivia question. It's remarkable there have been 4 teams. In 5 years, there have been 4 teams seeded 18 or lower make a 5A girls semi. That's unreal.
It's unbelievable, and especially because football's had the same kind of thing, but it's usually a 12 as we have a 10-second violation. That ball was skipping before it was taken, so yeah, that's the violation. Look, here's the deal. I may go after an official because I don't agree with the call. I thought that's a heads-up call. He's beyond midcourt. He's able to get a good look at the shot clock. The ball is bouncing before it is possessed at 23 seconds, or probably 24 seconds.
And I don't know if this is true, but I think given the way officials move, I think that's entirely his call, right? You're on the baseline. You can see that shot clock. You can see that ball advancing. I think he was on it. That shot clock said 24, so
he was right on it. Let's see if he gets the out of bounds, too. That's close. That's Murray versus, I'm getting back on the right foot. Let's not go there. Murray versus Bountiful.
Made so much progress. We don't need to blow it all in the course of a day.
Peyton Bakey in the lane, floated up.
Tough.
No. The board and put back. And a foul is going to put Mahala Spiridon at the line for 2 free throws.
It feels like Springville is sped up right now. We were talking that morning game, Dusty, and I talked you down. I asked you for a magic number. You said 50. I said, I don't think it gets to 50. I convinced you to go to 40. Right now, this is playing to Wasatch's pace and tempo. And if they can go to Wasatch's pace and tempo, it will be 50.
No.
Well, it'll still be 40, but they'll get to 50.
Well, it's the first one, 240. Where 50 would kind of be the end, but it's the first one, 240. So the lead to 10 after Springville got it within 4. Bella Esplin goes out to Hollinger. Bella will pull on the 3, and we have a foul on the shot. Much to the chagrin of Bailey Sweat. She boxed her out after it went up. What do you think?
I was actually looking elsewhere, so I missed that one.
There you go, one more look.
Yeah. So it's on the shot here, right? Afterwards.
Well, they're calling it after, which I think is even more accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was on the shot, that's a little tough, but I thought more accurate. She took her out after the ball was gone.
Yep.
Hallie Hall. Well, man. Well, let's take a look at this one.
Well, I couldn't even hear that whistle.
No.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Second personal foul.
So, second personal foul on Bailey Sweat in the last 10 seconds of gameplay. As Hallie Hall hands back to Millie Thomas. Hallie goes inside. Johnson working on Spiridon, lost the handle. Probably Bailey Sweat, rather. I said Spiritan. Bailey Sweat, loose ball picked up by Wasatch. There is nothing coming easy for Springville.
Nope.
They're looking inside to Garner. Now to Banky. Banky backside. Sweat couldn't control it. Then tried to save it. Good hands there by Richens. And up to Miller. 9 on the shot clock. 5 seconds. 3, 2. Got to get a shot up. They won't. Shot clock violation and good Springville D.
That was good D. Stayed locked in. Would have been very easy to have a mental lapse given the way in which that play had unfolded. Good stick-to-itiveness there. Springville gets a big stop.
So 10-point lead for Wasatch. Can Springville find some rhythm? Nice drive all the way to the rim, and it won't go for Millie Thompson. And there's another turnover from Wasatch down the floor. Thompson. As Hollinger goes out to Esplin. 3 on the way and good. Hollinger knocks down the 3.
They needed points off of that. They got a couple of stops here, but they haven't been able to convert on the offensive end. A 3 or 2, just something to see that ball go through the bottom of the net. The 3, they'll certainly take it. But
on the drive, no. Rebound to Hollinger. And again, a chance to make something happen for the Red Devils.
It's either their 3rd or 4th straight stop.
And now a foul is going to put. That is only the second team, or probably 3rd team foul was on the shot here for Johnson. And the first free throw is good as Delamas comes back on. The second free throw rolls home. So here, back comes Springville.
This does not feel like a 5-point game, does it?
It doesn't, and it's been really because the defense, the full court pressure of Wasatch made the first, 6 minutes of this game really tied up. As Banky loses that ball, and they'll say off of Hollinger.
Wasatch hasn't scored in over 3 minutes. I mean, I made that comment about, 40/50 at like the 6-minute mark.
That's true, the Peyton Banky and 1.
Yeah, they've been stuck here for a bit.
Peyton sends that ball out to Miller. The Va'a goes back to the top. Garner wanting the ball.
You've got 2 posts on the floor. They can't get it to him.
3 from Banky, no. And a rebound to Hollinger. Here comes Springville.
You've got Spiritan and Garner. They're both 6 foot. Can't give them the basketball.
Oh, on the drive, swatted away. Delama's got it back. She's blocked by Garner. Quickly ahead, here comes Miller. Esplin on the chase. Miller lays it up and in. What a sequence for Wasatch.
All starts on the defensive end. We talk about the plethora of posts. They go 1-2 back-to-back blocks to help create the fast break.
Pump it. Now Esplin will pull it. No. That ball out of bounds. And we'll go back to the Wasps. Wanted to show that whole sequence, but I don't know if I got. No, let's give it a whirl. And 2 blocks.
Yeah, really good. Hey, way to be team players here, Wasatch. They're slowly walking that up. They wanted to see the whole sequence too.
Boom!
Way to go.
As that goes off of, I thought, the Va'a, but I say off of Hollinger. We go into Garner, no. And the rebound and loose ball foul on Wasatch. It'll be the 4th team foul. Last foul to give for the Wasps. And it'll go back to the Red Devils. Let's see, haven't seen any answers come through on our trivia questions yet. Talk about Brandon Wilkins. He's an active official. I mean, he's active on our trivia. I appreciate it. There's a foul. No, traveling violation. So traveling violation on DeLamas.
He has submitted an answer, and it is
an answer, not the answer. An answer.
It's not the answer.
Okay, then I think I'm even closer. That does not go? It's not who I was thinking of, by the way. Now a foul on that play, as this game is. We talked about this going from last game. This game was going to be extremely physical. Springville will welcome it. This is going to be a foul on Wasatch. So we're going to walk to the other end. It'll be free throws for Springville. As Mahala Spiriton picks up her second personal foul. But you got to get the name and the wins, the amount of wins.
I'll take the name. Okay. That's fine. I mean, they're 4 different teams, right? So if you want to give the name of the team, that's okay. If the number of wins, that's okay too.
I think I know one. As Hollinger misses that one. That's an answer, not the answer. Yeah? What he submitted?
That is not the correct answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we'll have a foul on the screen. This goes against Garner. As this game, man, fouls are adding up on half that really hadn't had a lot of fouls till late here in the second quarter. We haven't had a movie one yet, so no Crumble cookies have been offered out. I think I owe 2 because I did Stuck on You and nobody bid on that one. Here's Hollinger. Oh, nice find to DeLamas.
There you go.
And DeLamas, is that her first points? First field goal?
It might be.
But a tough first half and now a 5-point game.
She's wide open in that paint, though. Good recognition.
Left Sweat alone. She finally pulls and misses. 17 seconds.
It's been a 7-2 run here for Springville.
Esplin up top. And now Hollinger. Hollinger hands back to Thompson. Thompson to Esplin with 5 seconds. 3 seconds. 2, 1. And that will do it for the first half. We go to the break. It is Springville, or probably Wasatch, 22, Springville 17. You're watching the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com, presented by Heidemann Associates and NutriCost. Start of the second half, Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you, as Wasatch leading 22 to 17 on the Springville Red Devils. And Dane, you talk about the first 2 games were heavily won by Wasatch. We saw this in the first game of the day. Springville's got a chance here to climb into this ball game down 5 points.
Yeah, they do, and they really haven't shot the ball very well. Just 25% from the floor for the Red Devils, and that's both from the floor and from 3. 6 of 10 from the line, and yet they only trail here by 5. So it's been a game that they've been able to stick around despite having a rough game offensively. And Wasatch hasn't shot the ball very well either. So we'll see. This game really within striking range of either of these 2 teams trying to advance to a state title game. Yeah.
Well, now it's going to come down to shooting, right? Can you get shots? Not get shots, can you make the shots you're taking?
Well, I think part of the challenge is, for Wasatch, if you look at the first half, Benke, Lee, we talked about them, their performances in the quarter have been rough from the floor, combined 3 of 12. So, players have made big plays for them in that first half against a very stingy Springville team. They've encountered some struggles, and can they find a way to grind through that? The Springville team's going to continue to try to make this game messy and yucky, and you've got to find a way to get through that and be able to capitalize.
Oh, Hall missed the opportunity. Johnson was open down low. There goes Hallie down the lane, sharp off the backboard. Johnson with the rebound, and it stays down. There was just a moment there. You thought that ball might kick out.
And that's one thing. Look, Springville's out-rebounded Wasatch 19-14. I would have never guessed you'd have that kind of a rebounding edge for Springville because they don't have the size that Wasatch does. So give a lot of credit to the Red Devils. They've done a good job on the glass.
Oh, nice move by Banky. Stays alive and then gets fouled from behind by Esplin. Peyton Banky will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, this is a nice read there by Banky. You see him lose the defender coming right back, and you're trying to get back in Esplin. And it was kind of cool at halftime. Wasatch honored longtime fan, Russ Clayward, was fan of the year. And Cloward, thank you. Some of the parents may have disagreed, but the team stayed out. It was awesome to be able to support a local fan. I'm all about that. And there's plenty of time at halftime. So, it's okay.
They want to get inside and have their juice box and maybe eat some orange slices? I mean, what are we worried about?
I don't know.
But here's the other part. I want fans to come to games. Well, then appreciate the fans that show up.
Yeah.
So they stayed out to listen to the whole thing, and I loved it. I thought it was a great move by Coach Hull.
Agreed.
Awesome. Teach your kids there's more about than you in this thing because there's other people that support you, and they deserve to be supported by you as well.
Well, they're out supporting the team. The team can take a minute and a half.
And it's an extended
halftime.
An extended halftime because of the presentation.
Right.
Hey, by the way, Dane and I have been presented things like that before. No, not at the floor or the game or anything, but it was at a luncheon.
No, in fairness, my wife was really frustrated. Why are we wasting our lunch hour?
Is that ball taken away by Banky? On the angle here of Banky after that steal. It was off the screen of Sweat. Nice move by Peyton, goes to the rim, scoop it up and in. Peyton Banky, she's had a terrific day.
Yeah, I talked about 3 of 7 in that first half. She gets to the line on the first possession, the drive there. Good start for her.
Ball on the baseline. And that does not go. So again, for Springville, they've gotten some stops. They just haven't gotten the buckets.
Oh, boy.
As Esplin got hurt a little bit. Banky again on the move. Hallie Hall going to pick up the foul. Going to put Peyton Banky at the line.
You could see that one coming. You see miscommunication there. Or I don't know if it was just kind of 2 players in the same spot and not being able to read that very cleanly. And that does look to be the case. We're going to get a quick timeout here taken by Springville.
So timeout, Springville will take it as well. 5:44 left in the third quarter. Timeout, we'll be right back.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
As the free throw missed there by Peyton Banky. I don't remember to unmute Dane. I only do that when we're going to be on air to open games that are open.
That's it.
It's only. Going to turn our that sound back on. Is 27-19.
In fairness, Dane's full voice isn't here, and so he's having to protect a little bit as Dane is taking sips of liquids and other such.
And the great thing when Dane loses his voice is he speaks in third person, and it's awesome.
Is that an added bonus?
Dane,
George likes his chicken spicy.
Dane is sweet on that.
Dane would never steal from the Yankees.
Why would Dane steal from? As there's a foul on the floor to Thompson.
Hey, Crumble?
Yeah, Crumble.
There you go.
What episode? Should we go episode and show? Because the show's too easy.
I don't know if the episode. What?
Yeah, the episode.
Okay.
That's one of the best episodes ever. I mean, you can. Okay, whatever.
I don't know episode names though. That's
you don't know episode
problem.
names?
No.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Well,
but hey, let's do it.
Then again, my daughter looks at books and goes season 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I have confidence in our watchers.
Yes.
And followers.
And our viewers. Yeah.
Yes.
But I think if we say the exact line, I think we're going to have it wrong. There's the foul and the putback on Garner. I think we'll make it too easy.
Yeah, that's probably true. It's only one of the greatest sitcoms of all time.
Dane likes his chicken spicy. As the free throw good. And I don't know how much we can make it more of a layup for 4 cookies, especially crumble cookies. Now, granted, we get 2 because we didn't get one last game.
Right.
And if you're a previous winner, you can go ahead and guess. But, guys, we got to spread around the love a little bit.
We still have our trivia questions hanging out there.
We remind people of the trivia question. Here comes Hallie Hall. As Hallie up the degree of difficulty, put that ball in the arms of Garner.
Yeah, she's Eiffel Tower there. It's just staying straight vertical. Great job getting the deflection. The trivia question. There have been 4 teams in the 5A girls that have made to the semifinals have been seeded 18th or lower. What team has had the fewest number of wins, or what is the fewest number of wins the team has had? They both go together.
Yeah, they both go together. Lowest seed and the amount of wins is.
And you can give us the team name or the amount of wins. We'll take either.
Yeah, that's a interesting one. Let's take that one more time. There was a lot of action on this play.
This is one that would stop I-15 dead in its tracks.
Yeah. Nobody touched Peyton Bakey. I mean, there's a lot of contact around everywhere, but not on Fili Liava'a. I got her and Banky wrong the last couple of days because their ponytail gets me. Because nothing else matches. As far as shoes or knee pads or stuff like that, as that ball's out of bounds and back down the floor we go with Springville.
Wasatch opening up a 10-point lead. Led this 20-10 as Springville made a good push to close out the half.
4.5 left in the third quarter and a 10-point advantage for Wasatch. And then 10 seconds.
And now here's the question.
The ball went out of bounds.
Correct. Did they reset the shot clock?
Courtney's on the phone. We have an official sitting right by us. We could have him pick up the Nat sound and explain to us.
So whenever that ball's out of bounds, you should reset the 10-second rule.
See, my preferred is it doesn't reset.
But it does.
But any other situation, it doesn't, right? So any other part of the clock or anything else that goes out of bounds, your count still continues. But, I mean, that's my preference. That's not the rule. But I'm saying it's not the rule, but that's what I would like.
Yeah, I'm not tracking that statement, but that's okay.
I'm not tracking.
Well, I mean, so does a 5-second closely guarded
At a
not
timeout?
reset? Yeah.
Yeah.
It resets.
As that ball goes out of bounds, that's fair. That's fair. Out of bounds. Ball
Right,
goes
3
back
in
to
the
Wasatch.
key, it resets. Like all that always resets. So
Yeah.
does a 10-second backcourt.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down now. See, this one we disagree in the public discourse. This is why you have conversations with people who don't agree with you.
Now I'm going to call you an idiot and storm off and never talk to you again.
We can't be friends anymore. Put the ball inside. Garner off the window, no. And the rebound taken by Bryn Johnson. Drop it inside. Delamas, nice move. Kisses off the window. No. And the rebound taken by Garner.
Talk about Garner. She's young. Just a sophomore. Man, she plays good D. Like, those arms never come down. It's always vertical, maintaining her defensive positioning.
And
makes it tough.
3 is good by Anna Greenwell. Timeout. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. It's a Utah Facial Plastics timeout as Anna Greenwell, just like she did on Saturday, makes a back-breaking 3. You're watching the 2024 5A state tournament.
This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Welcome back in, Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. Then another turnover forced by this Wasatch defense. And a jump ball. You can't see the chat on the scoreboard. It's going to Wasatch. That's why I did that. Dane's been pointing for like 10 seconds. I was having some fun. But now I see the chat on the screen. Is on the drive. Feely leaves that back for Peyton Banky. Peyton's been outstanding today, Dane.
Yeah, she has been. She's was the top scorer in that first half for Wasatch. And talking about her aggressive play to start the second half.
Is
it over the limit? Yeah.
15 foul on Springville on an innocuous touch there on that pass.
Innocuous. Look at you.
I used a big word on a call last night too when I was really mad. On the one I got really mad on. I can't remember what I said anymore. I was fed up. I went a little Stephen A. Smith action just with the word. And there's a foul on Wasatch. If I should remember what I said, I was pretty proud of myself. I'm like, that's a big word, and I was always mad. We're gonna.
That's a word a grown-up would use.
No,
myself.
Unconscionable was the word I'd use.
Unconscionable. Wow. No one with a conscience could make that kind of a call.
But me and Peter Thamel, we were both pulling out big words. Every time he's on McAfee, they have to hurry and get to Google. There's a drive, can't get it, gets his own board. Won't go on the rebound to Greenwell.
What a good look inside there.
Is the Avant sends that to Greenwell. Banky, now Garner. Garner pulls from the junction. No. And the loose ball, and it's jump ball as Templeman was right there. And the possession arrow belongs to Springville. Do you feel bad when you use a big word and says it, define it? Like, I can't define it. I just know I can use it right. Or use it properly. Yeah. Sorry, if you can use a big word, you got to, then correctly put it in a phrase. Oh. And Esplin steps out of bounds. Because if you use like unconscionable, like, well, define it. Well, I don't know if I can define it, but I can use it good. That doesn't sound great.
Yeah, it doesn't. What do you mean by that? I don't know, but I just know. I know what I mean, but I can't tell you what I mean.
Like, put it in a phrase. Done. I'll put it in a phrase. Define it. I don't know.
Could you use rundown in a sentence for me?
Inside is Feely Liava'a. Couldn't get that one to go. Send out Peyton Banky, back rim.
Ooh, I thought I was going to go.
Ever told you when I actually had that exact conversation once?
Yeah.
It worked like a charm. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Could you, if you were to use one of these, how would you do that? Boss didn't even think anything of it. Like, yeah, it's this. I'm like, got it. We're on it.
Well, haven't you gone downtown? Downtown. You got to go downtown.
You got to go downtown. There's a 14-point lead for Wasatch. Feels much larger than the 14 points. Thus, getting a little loose in the broadcast. As we have the ball outside with Natalie Florence. And then tipped around, it's to Delamas.
There's 11-2 third quarter for Wasatch.
11-2. Drop that in. Oh, Delamas blocked away. That's Mihaela Spiridon. Her father, how about this? Was a former offensive lineman at BYU. Jason Spiridon. I want to thank Hector Marquez for making sure we get that connection.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Vince, you got to mark this. We just found a time where Dusty did not know about a family relation back to BYU. Normally he's always like, oh, their second cousin's former roommate was a BYU alum.
But what he said was her dad, I believe, played offensive line at BYU. And I go, oh, is it Jason? He texts back, yes. So let's calm that down a little bit. It's Pinky. Gets that one to go. Wait till I start getting more swim facts into this broadcast. Oh, there's a three.
They needed that.
Natalie Florence. Back down. Oh, scoop it up. No. And then the putback. No. From Spiridon. That one's out to Peyton Banky. And Peyton Banky having the game of her life.
Yeah, she's single-handedly helping Wasatch. I thought it'd be the post, making the big difference. It's been the guard line.
That won't go for Delamas, and that will do for the third quarter. As we go to the fourth, it is all Wasatch looking to get back or to the state championship game, first time in a long time. Wasatch 37, Springville 22. You're watching the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament presented by Heidemann Associates, brought to you by NutriCost.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Wasatch holding the 37-22 lead. Banky with the late field goal to help push this to a 15-point difference. She's got it. Wasatch been so impressive today defensively and offensively. Banky looking inside. This is the freshman spirit and going up. Touch strong on that. As Florence with the rebound and is fouled. Leava'a checking in here for the Wasps. Here's Hall. Trying to drive on Leava'a. It's Wasatch settling back into that zone. Straight away, three-pointer on the way, just off the mark. And that rebound corralled by Garner. Miller.
Sorry about that. Get a couple of things taken care of. As Fili Leava'a, oh, she got bumped there by Johnson kind of inadvertently at the end of that play. Fili's tough. She's going to bounce up. If she has older brothers, I mean, she's been bounced around like that around the, ooh.
Boy, you see that contact.
You know she played dunk ball. If she had older brothers with the trampoline with the basketball hoop next to it. You get thrown around on that one pretty good.
Yeah, but you're landing on a trampoline, not on hardwood. It's a little different.
We played a game called Crunch with my two older brothers.
Oh, boy.
We pulled the couch away from the wall. They were on either end. We had a football. You had to get over the couch. Yeah. Got beat up pretty good.
Yeah.
Go. As that ball is a tied up jump ball. Possession there belongs to Wasatch. Stay tuned after this game. We'll have our post-game interview. Hillary Davidson will go down and interview our player of the game. They try to fit that one in. We'll have a foul on the entry pass. See if this goes on Garner. Gets that in. Little jumper. Good by Johnson.
Good confident Jay there off the inbound for Johnson.
And look, 13 with 6 minutes left. Still, if they can find a lot of offense, I mean, you're still within striking distance.
It's not out of the realm. You do need to get some defensive stops, right?
Here's Garner.
It's a good double team.
Can't get that one to go. Rebound taken by Thompson. She's got a player out ahead. That is Delamas. Makes a tough catch. Goes up. Can't get it to go on the foul to Fili Leava'a. And that is going to put Sammy Delamas at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, this is a great job by Delamas. I thought that pass had a lot behind it. I didn't know if she was going to be able to bring that down. She does. She would have loved if she could have gotten that bucket to score. This could be a three-point play, bring it back to 10, but we'll take the free throws here instead as a nice little consolation of that.
As that free throw is good. I don't know the last time Wasatch went to the state championship, Dane, but I remember when they won in 02. They beat Snow Canyon. I was there at Burns Arena. They also beat Carbon in the semifinals. 2008, 2009, that was Kim Parker. Because we had her as a freshman and a sophomore, and then she won as a junior and a senior. But I don't know, they've been back to the state title game since. Oh, as that doesn't go, as that Leava'a had that one go out of bounds.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating game for Leah. She's had a couple of good looks, some tough looks as well. That's when she normally hits, and then that ball ends up right at her feet. She's just in the wrong spot at the wrong time, not able to get down and keep that possession, but she continues to battle, scrap through here in this semifinal.
So 5:25 left in the fourth quarter. 11-point game. They can shrink this down to single digits.
And 3 team fouls on Wasatch, so
right.
Just one more to give here for the Wasps.
The little floater won't go. Rebound off the hands of Springville, and off of Wasatch. Getting a look at it. As Hall sends that one to the corner, gets it back on the angle.
Well read.
Yeah. We see Biggs have done a great job there, Dane.
Yeah.
They see it, they go attack it.
Yeah, it's really been the defense of the Bigs. I know I made the comment it's been the guard line today. Offensively, it's been the guard line. But you talk about the rebounding, the blocks, even taking away that interior of Springville. It's a team that doesn't rely a lot on three-point shooting, and so it's really Wasatch been able to use their posts to help make Springville uncomfortable and to have to play a different way than they've been accustomed to today.
Wow, there was a lot there.
A lot there.
Man. Yeah.
Should we go trivia answer?
Yeah, trivia answer.
All right. Hey, we did have a submission, and it's close. It's not a trick question because it's true. It's these Red Devils, Dusty. So the question was, we've had 4 teams seeded 18th or lower make a semifinal in the 5A girls. Who has the fewest amount of wins? It's your 20-23-24 Red Devils. They have 8 wins coming into this game, and they're on a 4-game winning streak.
Tells you where they are.
They won the last game of the year, and then they've won 3 in the playoffs to get here. 8 wins and in a semifinal. What a job by Coach Averett getting this group back to a semifinal game.
Well, last year we were celebrating Spanish Fort. Remember, Spanish Fort still had a sub-500 record. They were in the semifinals, William and others. And really, you look at the job again from Holly Averett. I mean, 4 wins, and we were joking before, like, hey, if they win, like, is she maybe the 5A Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
And that makes it kind of difficult. So, yeah, absolutely. But, hey, you get to the tournament. First of all, your RPI has to be big enough, which means you play a tough enough schedule. And then you had to kind of weather through some things.
Yeah.
But it's been a terrific job. And not that the season's over. And just an 11-point game with 4:53 left. They still have a puncher's chance. They've got to get stops. They got to score. They go inside to Spiriton, and she scores.
And this is where, when you're in crunch time, we talk about it's been, really Banky who's done a lion's share of the scoring today. But when you've got the advantage you have in the post, like Wasatch does, and you're late and it's closeout time, I'm going right to the paint every time.
Yeah. And I go find Peyton Banky. She's been just so good. The Wasatch to be very deliberate down the stretch.
Right there.
Garner, maybe travel, yeah.
That's a good job staying vertical there by Johnson. We've actually had really good interior defense by both teams today.
Oh, certainly. Give that ball ahead to Hallie Hall. Hallie will pull for the mid-range 2 and got it. There's a timeout, full timeout taken by Coach Holly Averett. Will take it as well. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament. Welcome back in. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. Use the code UTAHMADE. Get 30% off your NutriCost order. As they do get that ball in and on the run with Miller. Send that out to Peyton Banky. Banky now on the drive inside and scores. So Peyton Banky's been outstanding. 3 on the way, no. Tipped out, and it will stay here with Springville. The girls' game will be set up at the end of this one, and then we'll move on to the boys' semifinals. Timpview versus Alta.
Good history with those two, including last year's state championship game.
That's right. Which Izzy Engel wants another crack at him. See if Jackson Johnson can channel the energy from his future floor as Hallie Hall doesn't get that one to go. The Ava'a tracks down a loose ball. But Ace Reiser, I was told he wouldn't be 100% throughout the tournament. But he looked very good in the second half on Saturday. And I'll tell you, those days off, I mean, that really favors
Yes, it does.
Ace Reiser.
Big difference. And honestly, an 80% ace is good enough, right?
Garner backs her way down against Johnson. Double team comes, and it'll be jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Wasatch. Spiriton goes inside to Garner. Garner over Johnson, no. Loose ball tracked down by Garner. Is Peyton Banky. All lost the handle. Thompson was there, and we'll have a foul charge to Hallie Hall. And
shouldn't have been standing there.
Don't want to pick apart every call, but
well, I was thinking more of a movie line, but that's cool.
Yeah. Barely even touched her. It's hard to even touch her. Oh, Johnson was not looking on that pass from Thompson. Hopefully she's okay. I'll tell you, that ball had plenty of PSI in it. I was dribbling it, waiting for our list of officials. And I got here earlier to talk to Curtis Pettengill. Always got to thank Curtis.
Yeah, he takes great care of everyone up here at state championships, regardless of sport.
I already have tomorrow's assignments. He's not
Look
balling
at
out of bounds.
that. Wow.
And it's always a big deal to our officials, and they get the state tournament or state championship game. So we already know who our officials are in the 5A. Probably this is 6A semifinals.
Yep.
6A semifinals. We was at 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 3 from Templeman, in and out. And the board to Garner.
We don't we don't cheer for teams. You talk about Wasatch, back-to-back 08-09. Their girls program has been so strong for so long. It's great to see them back in the semi. Great to see them get to a championship game. I'm with you. I don't remember the last time they were there. We know 09 for certain. I don't know if they've been there since, but it's been a program that's been so strong for so long, and yet we haven't seen them get to that final game. So, I mean, they're a minute 40 away from doing it, from knocking off what's really been the program in 5A for the last half decade.
Yeah, absolutely. And even a little bit before it, too, with Nancy Warner's run and then others.
Yeah.
And then it had been, I think when we did the tournament in 2015, Vince and I had gone and shot games there, and they got to the state championship game against, it must have been Layton. They don't know if they've been in the same class yet. 4A. I'm trying to remember who they played. Anyway, lost that game. Oh, it was against Kennedy Redding and Bountiful. And they lost that game. But it had been a bunch of the Springville fans, it's been a long time. Well, how long? I think it'd been 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's a drought.
And there's a deep 3 and good. Hattie Templeman. And it's a 10-point game. This is much like that first game today with Bountiful and Box Elder. As Box Elder is able to get that down to an 8-point game before the clock went out. As that ball loose, Peyton Banky sat up.
Timeout.
Timeout granted to Coach Hole.
You can sit up.
That's what I was about to ask you. Can you sit up? Because you can go from hip to hip.
Yeah.
You can't switch.
You can't roll.
Yeah, you can't roll. You can't go from your front to your back.
Correct.
101 left in the fourth quarter. A good year for, it's an interesting thing for Springville because you call it a good year. We talk about it. They were only won 4 games in the regular season. They've won 4 straight to get to the semifinal. There's got to be, I want to say awkward about it. It's a rebuilding year for certain, but you get close. You're 1 game away from a chance to play for a state championship.
Yeah. I mean,
it's got to be an awkward feeling.
I don't know that many would call this a good year. And yet, through all of that, you still end up in a semifinal.
Right.
I was just like, what do you have to do to not have a Springville run, right? They graduated so much talent. And you look at this group, and it is young. They got plenty of youth on this roster. They'll be back again next year.
Right.
Bad news for 5A.
Templeman with the steal. And that's the thing, is that they're young. They're going to be coming back with a lot of players. He graduated the guard line last year that really pulled them along.
Yep.
That's after Caleb Poray leaving and others. But Bella Esplin's a sophomore. I'm trying to look and see how many seniors we have. If Delamas is. Gwen Falls, I don't know if it's Fales or if it's Glenn Fallis, was listed on at least their max preps as a leader on this team, but we don't have years on every player. Sammy Hollinger is a freshman. Bryn Johnson's a junior.
I've got Gwen as a junior. I mean, just as I look at other sources, I don't see a senior on the roster, Dusty.
Yeah. So this whole crew will be coming back next year, which good luck.
Yep.
And not.
I hope you enjoyed your one win against them this year, because next year, guys, you're going right
the
back.
next 2 years. Hey, welcome. It was like when they had Savannah Assumption and crew years past, and then you've gone through Lauren Deedy and Lauren Johnson, Brooke Pennington and Ellie Esplin, and all the guards that go through there. Caleb Poray, who I think believes Caleb Poray is also up at CSI. I mean, CSI just keeps taking Utah girls at basketball players, and they're ranked top 16 in the country.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
Jamison Heaton's now up there. She transferred from
let's
Mesa
be honest.
College.
Let's be honest. There's a lot of great things about Idaho, man, including basketball and college opportunities.
Especially when they import Utahns.
Head up to the Gem State. And by the way, CSI, it's not far from my favorite place on earth.
It isn't. College Southern Idaho, is that close to Moscow?
Shoshone Falls.
Oh, is it Shoshone or Shoshone?
I say Shoshone.
Okay.
That might not be accurate, but Shoshone Falls, incredible. Incredible.
I believe it.
Have I shown you?
No, I don't know if you have. Is the free throw good from Feely?
It's a higher vertical drop than Niagara.
Wow.
Niagara gets all the love, but I'm telling you guys, Idaho.
And every Idahoan I've ever talked to is like, yeah, Canada gets all the love, but Idaho, our weather's the best. As that free throw is good. 11-point lead. Outside with Esplin as she drives, floats it up, can't get the banked shot to go. Rebound to Feely, and then trying to get the fouls. That's pretty good. I'll give it to you. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the Grand Canyon at Yellowstone.
It's
that's
the Grand
that's
Canyon
good.
with water.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's gorgeous.
Pretty remarkable.
I had no clue that could exist there. There's a 21.3 left in Wasatch. We mentioned their last state championship in 2009, won in 08 as well. So be heading back for Coach Hull. And the free throw good from Fili Liava'a. But for Springville, mentioned all the youth, they'll be coming back. It was a great run in the state tournament. A lot of learning to do and a lot of learning done. As there's the board and putback by Delamas. Again, the clock will continue to run. This ball does not need to be inbounded. And for the first time in a long time, Wasatch is going to a state championship game. Congratulations to Wasatch and Coach Audrey Hull. They punched their ticket to the 5A title game where they will take on the reigning 5A champion Bountiful. That game will be on Friday. You'll have it right here on KSLSports.com. Dane, your thoughts and a selection of a player of the game.
Well, look, this was a competitive game and a half. I thought the way Wasatch came out in that second half, get back to their defensive intensity, and even getting their guards going again, just tough. You know, Springville didn't have enough offense to stay with them today. But again, this Springville team will be back next year. And so expect to see him back here making another postseason run. Player of the game, Peyton Banky. I think she did it throughout the entirety of the contest and really helped give Wasatch all they needed to advance to a state championship.
Wasatch can go celebrate with their student section here momentarily. We'll have, for a minute, and momentarily we will have a post-game interview with Ellery Davidson. Is again, congratulations to Wasatch, and the first time in a long time going to the state title game and the chance to take home a state championship and get a chance to celebrate with their students who made the trip from the Wasatch back to come support them here at the Huntsman Center. But it was Peyton Banky leading the way for Wasatch as Ellery is getting her set up for the interview. And we'll be ready to send it down to her. All right, go ahead, Ellery, when you're ready. Take it away.
Okay, thank you, Dusty. I'm here with the fantastic Peyton. Peyton, congratulations on an amazing game tonight. You guys killed it. Walk us through what your mindset was. You had a lot of amazing plays tonight. What are you going to take going into the championship?
Yeah, we just know we have to play composed and play our game, and if we do that, we have a great chance of winning this thing.
And what was your mindset like in those final moments of the game? It's so intense. The crowd is cheering loud. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. We just had to stay calm because we had the lead and just play that to advantage.
Has it set in that you're headed to the state championship?
Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
Congratulations, Peyton. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ellery and Peyton. Congratulations to Wasatch. Once again, the Lady Wasps heading to the 5A state championship game. You'll catch that right here on KSLSports.com. They'll be taking on Bountiful. That game will be on Friday right here on KSLSports.com. When we go from the girls to the men, it is Alta versus Tiffview coming up next for Dane Stewart, Ellery Davidson, Austin Bigelow, and Vince Francis. I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on your exclusive online home for state championships, KSLSports.com. We're presented by Heidemann & Associates. This week brought to you by NutriCost. Use the code UTAHMADE to get 30% off your order at NutriCost.com. Over 300 supplement options available on NutriCost.com. Use the code UTAHMADE, a Utah-made company with Utah-made products for Utah-made athletes. Use the code UTAHMADE for 30% off. We'll be back in about 46 minutes and 40 seconds. Alta versus Tiffview, the rematch of last year's 5A championship game in the 5A semifinals.